everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We're across the pond in England this week, and two teams are hoping to show off for an international audience. It's the Vikings going up against the Browns.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. That's going to set them back 5 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets by him at the 25. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, last year, I'm not sure we saw very many of those runs, did we, from the Vikings? I mean, they had the poorest rushing attack in the league.
Just 75 yards per game, but carries like the one we just saw, that'll help bolster that average.
Yeah, certainly, and they tried to beef up the offensive line in the offseason, brought in Latavius Murray, and they drafted Dalvin Cook out of Florida State.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he cuts it back. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. First carry now. This is Johnson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Kaiser now on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. A first down carry here for Johnson. Finds a seam inside the 40. The 30. 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. DeAndre Levy coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. Second down, Bradford. And this one's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Off the play fake to Cook. Here's Bradford. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That one goes for 24 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now Bradford on second down. Now a hit, and the ball comes out. Bradford has lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Johnson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That good for 19 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Corey Coleman, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Browns have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out now come the Vikings. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Bradford looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Kaiser showing what he can do with his legs. It's more than just the arm. He scrambles and picks up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. Reminder, a couple of good games still to come. Later tonight, it's the Steelers on the road in Detroit taking on the Lions. Then Monday night, the costumes will be in full force in Kansas City, I'm sure, as on the day before Halloween, we'll see the Chiefs play host to their AFC West rivals, the Broncos.
And wasn't it just a couple of years ago, those two played a night game that was won by the Broncos?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On play action, Kaiser. And this one is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Kaiser now. Screen play, Johnson. And he's got room. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now a carry for the veteran. This is D'Angelo Williams. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
On third down, Kaiser. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. Down this close to the goal line. First down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. Kaiser, third and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Josh Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Now Bradford. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. First down, Bradford. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Bradford on first down. The left side caught by Diggs. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now a second down throw for Bradford. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Bradford now to throw on first down. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Bradford again. And it's caught. And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll run with Cook, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To throw, Bradford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeAndre Levy in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Past the 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
And now out comes Minnesota. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we will send you back stateside to Orlando and say hello to Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Off the play fake, Kaiser. Oh, Kaiser can't get away, and he'll go down.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognized that he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Kaiser. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. A first down throw for Bradford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Brianne Bonnie Calhoun. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Vikings. Bucky Hodges, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Play action now. Kaiser. He's going to leave for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Anthony Barr able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Let's go.
Second down, Kaiser. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense is going to have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it, too.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go.
Now Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Here we go.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
The Browns on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, Kaiser. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns continue to roll. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. On 1st and 10, Bradford. That is caught by Thielen. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards that time for number 19. Bradford now from the 50. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to lead to a third down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Let's go! 1, 9, 10.
Kaiser to throw it. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. On 1st and 10, Bradford. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
To throw is Bradford. And he's got it. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success,
and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Davante Adams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And that'll cut the lead down to 22. Forbath out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that. There goes D'Angelo Williams. 30, 20, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. D'Angelo Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments.
And my goodness, another interception. Jabril Peppers with his first career INT. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 34 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good.